Illustrations by Pete.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today this piece that I'm doing here is going to be a part of a story that I'm writing. I just wanted to include it in this before any of that comes out. This is an ink wash that I'm going to do. It was really fun, and if you've never done one of those, you should try and do that. It's a fun way to create art. It's just an abstract piece. It's something that you could do with acrylics. You could do this with anything, and it was just a whole lot of fun. But anyway, I have a couple of chapters of that story written, not quite enough to start sharing it with everybody because I don't know how long it's going to take me to write. So I just want to make sure that I have a good part of it together. This is for that. It's going to be a part of that story. So today I want to ask you a question. I want to talk to you about if you really need an art style. If there's a lot of people who ask that question, how do I develop my art style? How do I get me into the art so that people recognize it? And I want to first ask, do you think you really need one? Now, I'm not going to say yes or no definite any way, because I think it really depends. I think that if you are a comic book artist, for example, you probably want to develop a style. If everybody else is doing their character 8 heads high, maybe you want to do it 6 with elongated limbs or a strange head shape, just to make it more recognizable for you. Because when someone sees that work, if someone is looking at comic books and they say, hey, I want that artist to illustrate my story. I mean, that's how those people find work. Someone recognizes it and says, I like that, and I want my story to look like that. So if you're doing something like that, or if you're a children's book illustrator, you definitely want to develop a style, because you want someone to see your books and say, yeah, that's the person. You know, that's the person that I want to illustrate my book, and I really want that look to it. And so, yes, there are times when you may want to develop a particular style. Some artists who don't necessarily have a style, but they may produce a series of paintings or something like that. Maybe a series where they use the same color palette in all, let's say, 20 different paintings, or 10 different paintings, or however many they do. Maybe they want to use a specific subject for those 10 different paintings, and all that becomes their style, although they're not stuck in that. Not as much as maybe a comic book artist would be, because, or an illustrator, because they are expected to draw a certain style, because that's why they were picked to begin with. Now, you can really drive yourself nuts with focusing on how do I develop my style and how do I stand out. But I would like to suggest something else to focus on, and that is your audience. You see, the first time someone sees your art, even if your art is just mediocre, it might be, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 5 out of 10. They start to invest time into you. They start to support you. Their brain will then tell them the next time they see another piece, even if it's at the same level, not saying that you don't improve, but even if it's at the same level, they'll see it as maybe a 7 or maybe even an 8, because they're rooting for you. They're your fans. They want to see you succeed. It's almost like willing you to be better, if that makes any sense. And I've noticed this myself. There's several artists that I've looked at and said, yeah, okay, it's okay. Their artwork is okay. But the more I watch their artwork, even if it's virtually the same thing that when I first started looking at them, they said was okay, now I think it's better than that. Now I think, because I've invested myself into them. And so their success then becomes my success, because I'm a part of that group now. I'm a supporter. And that's why anytime anyone ever leaves me a comment on one of my videos, or sends me an email or a comment on anything that I do, I always respond, because that person is they're the most important aspect of what I'm doing. And if I neglect the people that are supporting me, I might as well not even do what I'm doing. And I'm going to say this, and some people might get upset at this, and I might hear it in the comments below, but the people supporting you are arguably more important than the message that your artwork is putting out to begin with. Now, I don't say a whole lot of things with my artwork, but I do have this channel, and the things that I say I would like to believe are important, and I hope that they're helping other people. I hope they're influencing other people, but the message would never get out there if it wasn't for the supporters, because I can't bring this message to everyone. But the people that support me can bring my message to other people. So they are extremely important to me. And they should be to you as well. That should be your main focus, more so than style. Well, that's just my 2 cents. We're coming to the end of this video here. I really hope you get something out of what I said. Let me know in the comments below. If you disagree with me, that's fine too. Go ahead and let me know. And I'd love to have a chat about it. And this isn't all to say that you should not focus on developing a style. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different thing maybe to focus your attention on. Well, here's a couple more videos that you might enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.